Hi, I'm Rich DeSalvo, and thank you for listening to this quick little video. I'm going to talk for about the next 2.5 to 3 minutes, and the reason I'm doing this is because I've actually put together a very powerful and motivating presentation. And what the genesis behind this was, first 25 years on Wall Street and working those crazy hours and those crazy pressure, but also the last 3 years my life took a very unique twist. I actually started having, I'll call it, chronic pain in my back. And I'll go further in a few moments. But what I realized through all of this was just when you think you got it all figured out, life just gets in the way. Now I had those material things, the home, the car. I still have to this day a wonderful family. I had a senior position at one of the world's largest investment banks. And then what happened one day, just a simple rotation of my torso, and my life just changed forever. I'm still going through it now. In the last 36 months, I've had 4 major spine surgeries, 12 different types of procedures, from spinal fusions to spinal stimulators to cryogenics to try to freeze some of the nerves. I mean, my life was just interrupted completely. Chronic pain had set in. I had no clue how to handle it. I was spiraling out of control. Anxiety, depression, painkillers. I needed to accept what I've become, and I didn't want to. I was in denial. So guess what happens when that occurs? You hit bottom. And I was there. So when that happens, you don't stand still. You either sink further or you have to fight your way back out. And I choose to fight. I decided I needed to perform some self-reflection. I'll call it a life review. And I needed to learn how to beat these odds. I needed to learn that maybe there's more inside me than just the toys or the car that I had. I needed to awaken myself or awaken my soul. And by doing that, I needed to become a better person and also a better professional. And that's exactly where my life has led me to at this point. So what I realized, again, what else I learned, was I wanted that American dream, right? I wanted to be with those Joneses so bad, I just overslept. So what I realized was, don't let perfection be your enemy. That was my blind spot. And I had many blind spots, and that's absolutely one of them. Perfection was my enemy. And because of that, all the stress came along with it too. So realize that you have blind spots. We all do. Now you might think you don't, but you do. Ask your family, ask your peers, you have blind spots. So let this presentation, let the time that we can spend together be a wake-up call for that thing called life. Don't wait for your version of the back pain or your catalyst to start thinking about some of these things. So you might be thinking for yourself or for your employees, well, they have vacation time. So once a year they take a couple weeks and they go down to the Caribbean, if you would. Well, let me tell you what happens when they come back. 2 things fade. The memory fades and their tan fades. And then it's right back to the same old rut again. That's not this thing called life. There needs to be a lifestyle change. And it took me a long time to realize that, and it took me 3 years of chronic pain to figure that out. In fact, you know what I finally realized? Chronic pain was the best thing that ever happened to me. So this story will motivate you. It'll make people more productive. For those of you or your employees or organizations where you have a lot of sales goals, we're going to help make them not only meet those sales goals, but exceed them, but not so that it becomes a stress goal for them. It just becomes another number. So I learned so many things through the time with myself on this. What I've done is actually created a list. There's 120 items that I've learned. And I'll go through all of them. And as I list through them, what you're going to see is some will make you laugh, some will make you cry, you're even going to have some aha moments. But you, your employees, your organization, you will benefit from the time we spend together. The talk is designed for sales professionals, those with sales goals, pros with crazy hours, long hours. We all have the BlackBerry out our hip. We have to try to be more productive by being more in balance and better understanding ourselves and respecting each other. When you can put all of that together, you make for a better person and a more productive and a better employee and a better work environment. So this talk can also be very flexible, because I've learned that flexibility is adaptability. Whether it's 30, 60, 90 minutes, we can even do an all-day workshop and really get to everybody and try to help them pull out their blind spots. So I can take many different, I can go through many different ways with the presentation based on your needs. So look, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for listening. I hope to hear from you soon. Our contact information is on the screen right now. Bye now.